Hi, welcome to On the Rink. I'm Michael Traikos with Post Media News, and let's look around the league and see what's making news these days. What is wrong with the Buffalo Sabres? You might have heard this question before. This is the 10th straight year that the Sabres are en route to missing the playoffs, and yeah, you heard that correct. 10 years of playoff futility. And, we're not going to blame Jack Eichel, we're not going to blame Sam Reinhart or the goaltending or the defense, and yet, you know what? You wonder why the Sabres are where they are? Look at the books. 4 guys, their top 4 guys, are making a combined $33 million. That includes Eichel, that includes Taylor Hall, Jeff Skinner, and Kyle Poso. Guess how many goals they've scored heading into Thursday night's game against the Washington Capitals? 1 even strength goal between the 4 of them, 3 goals altogether. That is simply not good enough. And if you're the Buffalo Sabres, you're going, what do? We fired the coach before, we've changed general managers, we've swapped out players. Is it time to trade Jack Eichel? Is it time to break this thing up and rebuild, restart, or just get some new players in? If you're a Buffalo Sabres fan, that's the question you're asking, and it's not an easy question because you've got Jack Eichel, who last year was putting together an MVP-worthy season, and this year just can't seem to get it done, even with new guy Taylor Hall riding shotgun, even with the team picking up Eric Stahl. Something's wrong with Buffalo, and I don't know what it is, but change needs to happen. Is it time to ask Sidney Crosby if he wants to get traded? This is a hard question. Sidney Crosby is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ever since he's been there, this team has been a playoff contender. They've won 3 cups, and yet with the general manager gone, Brian Burke and Ryan Hextall stepping in, taking over the reins of a team that is a little long in the tooth, doesn't have prospects. It doesn't look like they're going to be a playoff team. And if you're Crosby and you're looking at another 4 years under contract, what's keeping you in Pittsburgh these days? For me, I'd move him. Personally, I'd like to see him in Edmonton, feeding passes to Connor McDavid, or even in Montreal, where you team up with Carey Price and Shea Weber and try to get the Canadiens a cup. But in Pittsburgh, I just don't see another Stanley Cup coming. Like I said, Crosby's under contract for this year and another 4 years, and when you're looking at some of the other guys they have, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang, they're under contract for another 2 years. So that window is shrinking, and with both guys, Malkin and Crosby, in their 30s now, and no one really coming up to kind of push them and try to give them help, it's going to take a major trade to get Pittsburgh back in contention, and I just don't see it. Not unless you trade one of those top 3 guys. What is wrong with William Nylander these days? Well, to be short, nothing. Let's be honest. Ever since William Nylander was drafted by the Leafs, this guy has been polarizing, and the reason he's polarizing is you watch him skate, you watch how he handles the puck, you watch that shot, and you're saying to yourself, well, this guy could be one of the best players in the NHL. And the fact that he isn't Austin Matthews, that he's not Mitch Marner, that on most nights he's not even John Tavares, can infuriate fans and media alike. And the Toronto Sun splashed Nylander on the cover the other day and made a joke about how assembly is still required and trying to turn him into that superstar. And I think at the end of the day, you just have to kind of live with what you've got in Nylander. And there's going to be weeks where he doesn't score. There's going to be months even where he just doesn't look like he's interested. And then at the end of the season, you're going to look at his numbers and say, you know what, this guy scored 25 goals. He still put up 60 points, and for $6.9 million, that's not very bad. You look at Buffalo, who we just referenced earlier in the video, and Jeff Skinner, who's making, $9 million, and the guy has no goals at this point of the season? Yeah, who would you rather have, Nylander or Skinner? Or better yet, go ask Calgary and Vancouver. If you recall, when Nylander was drafted, 2 spots earlier, Vancouver Canucks took Jake Virtanen with their pick. Jake Virtanen is a 4th-line player at this point in his career. A couple spots before Virtanen, Calgary Flames took Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett's on the trading block, can't find himself in the top 6. Again, would you rather have Bennett or Virtanen or Nylander? For my money, and for $6.9 million, I'll take Nylander every day of the week. For Post Media News, I'm Michael Traikos.